Good morning, everyone. How we all doing? All right, give me a moment, guys. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Right when the market opens. Ding, ding, ding. We're up 41% on ASTS here. Actually, let's pop this one up. RDW. Wow, the gift that keeps giving. What a move. Look at it take a partial here. I found it. Found the partial I want. Locking in 34%. Ah, this puke from Ford sucks. Coin over the previous day's highs can be an interesting setup. Come on, Ford. Let's see some people bid this Ford move up. I want to take a peek at silver here. Oh my gosh, a fat rejection from ASTS. Man. Wow, they crushed the premium so fast. I was actually in the process of looking to roll. Look at the 65 minute here. This might be a good dip bud. I don't see it yet though. Let that play out a little bit, especially with SPY kind of pulling back here. Ford fully retracing the move, but the 65 minute still looks good. Surprised to see the dump on a lot of these names with the Warsh comments. Warsh comments. It's a weird name to say. Must have been some sort of headline that threw everything off this morning. ASTS is looking shaky. I'm going to take profits here. I'm going to lock in about a 50% gain. Those are from the Friday contracts that we bought. Crowd clearing the previous day's highs while the rest of the market looks pretty weak right here. Crowd's getting the continuation. It's always kind of dicey to chase something breaking out that's already on such an extended run. These are almost too pricey for me, man. They're too inflated historically for this. I think I would prefer to see some sort of reset before I bought in. Microsoft tried to buy the dip here. What sucks here is not being able to get a better exit from Ford. There's an evening star in the pre-market and just a full-blown dump. If I wasn't worried about the story with bonds, I would buy the dip on the swings, but I think I'm just going to hold them for now. TLT is seeing a bit of a recovery. USO taking a dump here, so XILM's probably not on the table. There's a possibility of looking for a continuation there. INQ dumping with the market. SPY fails this. It can be a short. IWM kind of failing this move too. Very interesting. ASTS is trying to do a little dance here and get down tonight. PDD coming back in a big way. These contracts, I have some put contracts that are probably going to go from red to green. I hopped out of last week's SPY puts, but I'll gladly add them back if we fail this. This him sell-off is rough, dude. It's really rough. Tesla finding new lows. Microsoft finding a bounce. Let's look at the heat map real quick. Kind of managing some positions here. Going through, cleaning up some positions in the account. Intel puts coming back to me in a big way. So Google was the leader on the heat map. Oh, nice morning star on SPY. Maybe we'll get recovery here from some names. Ford defending the previous day's lows. I like to see that. I think Ford's a big name. Big one to watch. Google fully flipped the 65 minute, by the way. Might be watching a dip buy here. This will be the first real trade of the day. Just kind of cleaning up some positions from last week so far. I want to get, since I'm probably not going to trade crowd today, I want to keep an eye on this failure from Intel because I do have some puts here that have done a full recovery. Wow, RDW, glad we locked in some profits. Holy. Glad we locked in some profits on ASTS. SPY looking like it's completely failing this. I've got the 2-bar confirmation from the 15 minute, so I'm looking to take some puts here. I set up an SPX lotto for tomorrow, but I think I want to swing some SPY puts. Since I bought that SPX lotto, actually before I don't know. Google does look decent, but I just don't. SPY's giving me the full confirmation to the downside, and the Google trigger is kind of, it's not weak, but it's not the best. I'd watch this. Maybe I need to see this candle close before I buy some more. Before I buy that put position. We do have some of the bigger names looking decent here. Like if Microsoft can clear that pre-market high. Really, I'm not even watching the 322. I'm just watching the 321.28 here. Because we got the 15 minute about to flip, and the only thing is that 65 minute chart looks terrible, but it's still good for a scalp on the day. Google is seeing the bounce. I'm just being a little cautious of how awful SPY looks. But look, they flipped that completely, actually, surprisingly. Hmm. I'm going to try a call on now. Small call position. As it looks like it's going to break this pre-market high. Kind of chasing the momentum here. Intel continuing to sell off. This put position's looking really good though. I'm not against adding to the Intel puts, but they gotta do a little bit more here before I add. Like I'd like to see them take out 107, quite honestly. Really interesting recovery from the market. I kind of wonder, is IWM participating in this recovery? Yeah, see, I love IWM calls. If we can clear above 280, that'd kind of be the nice confirmation. But look, they did a little fake out here. Actually, like shorts potentially caught off sides there. Honestly, I really like to look at that, especially with the headline of the Fed changing how they are going to measure the interest rate. The market could perceive that as the Fed looking for excuses to cut. You know, we have a new Fed chair, so we have new practices. And IWM is pretty cheap here for some weeklies. I think I'm going to buy some of this. I'm going to buy some IWM. I'm going to keep it small. Yeah. My XPX position. My XPX lottos probably got embodied, but it's my support for these bigger positions that I'm taking right here. It's my safety net. Congrats if you did buy the dip on the Google. Congrats. Big thunderstorm in my area right now. I like the thunder. Now getting the move I wanted. Doing the move, doing the damn thing. We're doing the damn thing. RDW. An absolute monster, not to be reckoned with. Looks like it came right back to that support. Defended it. Coming back nicely. Now getting the push I want. Microsoft getting the recovery I want. So for now, I'm going to watch the 1 minute here. I just got my partial I wanted for a nice 20% gain. RDW, what you doing, baby? What you doing, baby girl? I'm curious on what Nvidia's been doing. Ah, geez. You never want to. You don't want to see that in this market environment. Is AMD getting a push? AMD's holding up. What about like TSM? Selling off as well. I don't like that. Nvidia really needs to be leading the way, but actually, the more Nvidia sells off into its earnings, the more appetizing some lottos look. I do already have an earnings lotto set up that I set up on Friday. It did defend that low though, so it's trying to trap the shorts.